Hello and welcome! Welcome once again to Hytale. Now, it said episode 23 on my list, and that sounds like it's a bit much. Do we really have 23 episodes so far? Well, we've done a lot of things, but it doesn't seem like we've done all that much. 23 episodes, maybe. I don't know. I was gonna sleep, but now it's daytime, so it's too late. Too late to sleep. Too late to sleep. They won't let you sleep. Okay, we're here. We've got some things done. I haven't done much off camera, but we're going to look and see what we've done. Okay, in the last episode, we worked on that building, or was it the episode before that? And we did a really good job, but we had a bunch of things to do. Since then, I've been working downstairs in clearing out the area. I don't have much time here, but there's the area being cleared out. There's still 3 more levels to do. 1, 2, 3. And then after that, I got to do something about the floor. Don't know what the floor is going to be like, but we're going to work on the floor. And once all that's done, then we can... we've already started with the trees. We've done a few trees. Okay, the other thing. This basement. I now have chests up there. I was going to look, but now that I think of it, might be a mistake to use this. I might have to do something about the ladder, because ladder is not working. Whereas here we just got stairs, and it's easier to just use stairs. So let's just go over here. And in here we've got a bunch of chests, so we're going to add... once we're finished with all the chests, then we can start on moving the tree farm stuff over here. Even though we don't have a full, complete tree farm. I've got a bunch of trees, and they haven't grown yet. Are they going to grow? I don't know. Alright, so there's all that. Now we're going to leave. I promised last episode I was going to show what's happening with Breathelnen. And we're going to show what's happening with Breathelnen. I've started carrying wooden chests around. But I may have to start carrying some other kind of chests, the kind I don't normally have, so that they don't stack with the... Every time I just make some chests, I don't want them in here. So I'm probably going to have to do something about that. The purpose of these wooden chests is so I have somewhere... See, this is my build. See, I've got a sleeping bag, I got the workbench and the builder's workbench, and some chests. And so anytime I go somewhere, I could just drop everything off, and there's the build. So I don't have to leave immediately when it's daytime. When it's immediately beginning of daytime. Alright, there we go. Well, my OBS didn't work. It's working now, but it didn't work, and I think there was something wrong with Windows. There was something wrong with Windows, and it would start an instance of OBS, but then it wouldn't fully and properly close the instance of OBS. And so what was happening was I was getting... You must sign in. Sign into your account. And I'm like, what? And I couldn't find the password. I'm not sure there is a password. That's the weird thing. I've been signing in... Well, never mind how I've been signing in. Never mind all that. But we do have stuff going on here. Nobody's built in this area yet. Just Breathelnen over there. Most of Breathelnen's accomplishment was the outdoor crops. That's a bit brave, but actually it's a good idea to have crops. I'm not really sure how Breathelnen is doing this, but it seems to work. You place the water there, and it goes down a little bit, and it seems okay. I don't know if Breathelnen has been doing any experimentation in this, or if this is how it should look. I don't know. Wheat, aubergine, aka eggplants, pumpkins, corn, cauliflower, turnips. I keep wanting to say beets. Beets and wheats. Chili, more pumpkins, Oh, more turnips. And apparently he's had trouble getting some of the ingredients, which is kind of funny because I have some ingredients. You can borrow those. Oh, this is new. He found out. Okay, he found out about when the trees grow, they break. Ooh, what the hell? Creeper. The creeper blew up over here. Yeah, what the hell? No, what happened is he placed humongous trees, and humongous trees grew, and it takes him a few days. And when they become humongous, he breaks them, and then suddenly there's all these big holes in the ground. He got pissed off about that, so he's doing this with his tree farm. Yeah, what I don't like, of course, it works. They're too close together, actually. This works, but that's why I'm doing the farm the way that I do the farm. With 0.6, they're going to improve on this. With 0.6, they're going to improve on this, so it's just going to, you can have fewer dirt. You're thinking, well, this isn't really much of a base, is it? Well, look at all this. No, what he's done is he's done this. He's planted some trees here, and he's got this. I'm not sure what's going on here. And he's got a base here. And he had a horse. He had a horse right here, and the horse is now despawned. Because, at least I think it despawned. Unless he has the horse around here, so there's a pig. Looks like an adult pig, actually. No, is that a pig with armor? Anyway, this is nice. Has he got anything in the chests? I don't know. See, I gotta have some different kinds of chests here. Carry with me all the time. Kind of creatures. It's like a pig. Anyway, interesting. Anyway, so it's very nice. All I can really say is that here's hoping it all goes really well for him. Oh yeah, what's the point? Alright. No, we're not done in this area. We gotta get going. Of course, he dug this out, and so I was obligated to make a path here. But I wanted to. I didn't create the entrance to this yet. I don't have anything on me right now that would be good. But he did something very interesting. He cut out an extra thing at the top, and I think it was for when he rides the horse. I know. But where's the horse? I think the horse has despawned. Which is too bad. I was going to make a covered bridge over here, but once I realized he was doing this, I don't know if it's for the horse, but once he did that, I thought, oh, I gotta make an open bridge. So here is an open bridge. These bridges really do not take too much time for me to make. One day I will make better bridges, and we'll have more of an action of doing that. Ooh, weird. I got to repair this area here. Well, I got the dirt. Oh, crap! Scared the shit out of me. Like Sinatra used to sing, ain't that a kick in the head? Yeah, it probably is. Well, that could be terrifying, and that was that needs to go bloop bloop. All right, continuing. We've got more. This goes on for a little bit, so we gotta hurry. Yeah, as you know, I'm a big proponent of flattening territory. Look at all these rocks. I'm a big proponent for flattening territory, and I may yet do so in the area. But we want to keep that. And so there's a little bit here, like we could do this. And then I saw that and I was like, oh no, so I made the tunnel. I told Brithelman, this tunnel is closer to your base. If you want to decorate the tunnel, feel free. But this tunnel is pretty much the way I set it up, so no, not going to happen. Here's where I built the base, up here. It's a nice little flat area over here. That's where I could put all the little things. And then we got one of these. And so you want to fight them? You can go right ahead. It's apparently been cleared out of anything. Oh, there's a house over there. We'll get to that house later. Okay, then there's another bridge, but it's a small bridge because it's a small pond. Just like I had a pond over there, we got a pond over here. And, of course, just a real crappy, cheapo bridge. This took very little time. And, yeah, you can just simply accidentally fall off. Don't fall off. It's that simple. Okay, here's one. Not done with this area, of course. I like that I made a little thing there and I made a little wall on this side. I like that there's a wall. That's not perfect as you can see, but I don't have any extra ones of those. Also, I wanted this to look different than the other ones, so I used these kind of things on the side. It makes it interesting. And this goes across here, but I haven't finished this side of the bridge. And the reason is because I don't know where it should it go down? Should it be a little lower? Looks like it should probably not go down, but then it's going to run into that thing, and I want to see what that thing is. And we're going to do that right now. Time to explore. I've never been on this side before, so it's an archway rock. Those are interesting, but what is this, 120? Now, I forgot if this is 120 level or if that's 120 level. Is there a way to find out? Oh, I made it! Okay, 120. Yeah, it's on 120. Okay. But yeah, if I have it go through here, it's going to break most of that. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to have something else. We could have like road going around it on either side. And then somebody could decide what to do with this area. Perhaps build or something. And I'll keep going this way. And oh, there's another structure. And there's guys in it. Let's go up it because there's a chest up there. Okay, so that's going well. Well, we can't build something on that either, so we'll probably have to have a road going around or maybe move it off to the side. But why would we do that? Well, we're going to go see what we can see at this end. Let's assume it's this side that we have to go to. How do I get down from here? I can't. Didn't drop anything of real importance. Alright, still going this way. Just doing a little bit of exploring for the area because I need to know what we're going to do with the road that's over here, that we're going to put over here. Where does the road go? What's nearby? Marble. Blue frog. Okay, so here's the main location of where we're going to have the bridge. We should probably... It would be really nice if we had a bridge that was much higher. Because we're going to have to be much higher on this side, as you can see plainly. Some sandstone. Yeah, I really don't know. It looks kind of weird from here, and it may be difficult to make this happen. And that's what's so annoying about this. You never know. But there's so much lava that we're gonna have to be very, very careful. All right, what else we got? It'd be really nice if I could look at the whole map. Alright, well, we're here. Well, I don't really need these. I'll let somebody else take them if they want it. They probably don't. Okay, we're gonna try out our teleporter. I love using our teleporter, so we're gonna try that out. I was going to keep a teleporter handy on me. But I think if I get killed, I'm likely to lose it. So I don't know for sure, but it's one of those things. There is nothing more annoying than when something doesn't work and you have something scheduled, and I was supposed to start at 8 a.m. and it's now it starts at 8:30. Should give you some idea of what's wrong. And one of my clocks is off by a minute now. How does that happen? Aren't they taking from the same servers for time? These dandelions look different. It's funny, dandelions are a weed, and they're very beautiful sometimes, but... Oh, you could... It's like squishing them almost. That's weird. I gotta try that again. Made it! Awesome! Now over here I extended the wall. I extended it a little far. There was no point in doing that. I was just flattening the area out. I was thinking along the lines of we could flatten all this area out, and if I need any extra dirt, I've got some. That's all I really think of places as, is there's more dirt over here. Green frog now. No. Yeah, like I was saying, you could fall off of this. Alright, that's pretty much it. Now we're going to head home and see if we can get some decent... It's still midday. Yeah, I want to set up a teleport so I could go to different places. I drop the teleport device, use it, then I break it and pick it up, take it back with me. I kind of want to leave this like this. I don't know. Can't wait till we get boats, but on the other hand, are we ever going to get boats? There's a bit of a lack of pushback from the developers. You know, they don't say too much when on the stream. I mean, on the the stream. I'm on the stream. They don't say too much on the Discord. I'm not even sure they're on the Discord, to be honest. Oh, you know where that goes. That goes to the actual... That's another area. I don't know if this area is a different chapter than the one over there. It looks similar, but I don't know that it is. Well, if we need two sets of tunnels, then so be it. Now, I decorated this before Breathlin had, I'm just using it looking like that only, you know, kind of thing. This is a great tunnel. I think that's great. And I like this because there's... Yeah, we got a reflecting pool problem over there. Yeah. This also has not... What? Actual horses. Or rather... Yeah, that's the other thing. As I was saying... Tamed creatures have been despawning. These creatures which are not tamed are kids. And they don't despawn, but they don't grow up either. And that's kind of annoying. Yeah, I kind of want to have this going up that way. I need to work on that. Oh, and this hasn't... Well, here we are. Sooner or later I was going to remember this. I like that they're called half slabs. Not just slabs, but half slabs. Ironically, Mojang now has actual half slabs because that's what the cushions are. They're the equivalent of a half slab. This needs to be turned into dirt. Yep, gonna have to do that. Alright. So, how's everybody doing? Whoop. Oh yeah, I dug too long when I was making this. And, nice to remember it anyway. It's been one wild adventure in my life. Last... How long? 12 years? You know that you're getting old when you start thinking it's going to come to an end soon. But, no, I think I'll be alright for a while. A lot of crazy things happening in the world. Fighting other countries. It's the strangest thing. Trump is having us attack Iran. Iran are bad guys, but for some reason, apparently because it's Trump, we shouldn't be attacking Iran. Meanwhile, Ukraine is fighting successfully against Russia. Drone attacks that can't be countered very well, although Russia is countering it. And they've struck so many oil refineries that they're having huge gas shortages. And now they're striking on other utilities like electricity and stuff. And so the people of Moscow are really pissed off because they thought of themselves as consumers, and of course they're being consumers, but they're running out of things that they can consume. Anyway, it's interesting. Of course, what has been done to the Ukrainians is, in the first place, was the reason why this was being done, and we feel. But we can see there's definitely a problem there. Six, 7, 8, 9. There we go. Okay, so this direction, we were going to flatten everything, and I think we have. But we haven't flattened everything over here, although we're going to up. Well, we'll have to work on that some other time. Can't work on that right now. It'd be nice if I could and I could get back up to the top. I thought you could jump up 4 blocks, but I guess it's only 3 blocks now. It's kind of annoying. Gotta do this area, but we can't right now. The question of whether we're going to put dirt on the side of the hill, I don't know that either. But while we're here, let's get going on. Well, let's not set off the traps by running into them. Let's go over here. I need to make a little space where I can put a little dock. Like, have a dock over here or something. Or we could take the traps and move them somewhere else. That would be nice. Alright, here we go. We finally got the trap thing fixed. And that has been awesome. No poop. Not happy when there is poop. Okay. Current fish tally. Minnow is still in the lead with 51. Well, 51 plus all these, so that's 59. Catfish is in second place, and bluegill is in third place. Yeah, there's only 3 kinds of fish. Live with it. Deal with it. Moss. Trash. I'm assuming we can place the trash in a bunch of places. Alright. Okay, now what we were doing with salt. I'm going to explain what we were doing with salt. Might as well discuss everything. I looked at the tool tip and it says can be used on the chef's stove. And I'm like, oh yeah, we can make salt with salt, obviously. So I thought that's a good idea. So I took half of my salt blocks. Yeah, I gotta put stuff away here. Took half of my salt blocks and I went over to the chef's thing. Got white clay. It's hard to keep track of everything. And just dump everything here. We really don't have time to mess with that right now. Okay, yeah, the cotton, I was making cotton. It's a crop, but the cotton doesn't do anything yet, so we've just got a place to put the cotton down here with all that stuff, and that's all we're doing with that. Okay, I think it's this one. Okay, now we need the chests. Well, let's see what happens when we put two of them next to each other. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so that's what we'll be doing then from now on. So these could be for something else. Let's put them here. So what happened was I made a whole bunch of salt. Take me a minute to find it. I made too much salt because I had so much. It made so much salt. So I will never need to make salt again for months and months probably. Still got some extra flour. Still more salt. But with the salt, I can now make the next tier of food, popcorn, 15% health. This is definitely a positive thing to do. Okay. Now I was going to say something from up here, but I've now forgotten what it was. What was it? I cannot for the life of me remember. Nope, can't remember. Well, give me clear things out a little bit around here. So I still need, oh boy, these guys. I need to fill these guys out. So we still got to do those two. It's F, not E. I no longer need any more essence of life. I've got so much essence of life now, I don't need any more right now. So the only reason I want to break these is for food purposes or for storage purposes. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens for 06. Some changes have been made in 06, but we've had several previews, so I figure it's going to be later this month as the next one. That's a fine. Still need more of those. And although I don't need wood right now, I'm gonna I really enjoy breaking these. See, this is what Brethelnin was talking about. You know, you've got I'm only making beach, you know, so we got that. It breaks, it destroys one dirt. But if it's not beech, then it's a bigger tree, and a bigger tree will take up more spaces, and that is a bad thing. That's why I'm mostly just breaking beech. Beech is not the kind of wood I would want to make. I'd want to make oak or something else. But again, you have to get oak before it grows too big, or else you have a problem. And then there's this. Now, I was doing 7 of them, but I'm about to run out of space on there, so there we go, that's the whole thing. Okay, so here we need to put all right. Get whiplash. I should make a whiplash warning. Warning, you're going to get whiplash if you see me doing all this. Whew. Okay. Oh, and I found out when I was breaking some, when I was making certain things, there was this thing that I was making that in the chef's oven that required fuel, but it said any fuel. And so it turns out it took all my sticks, fine. It started taking the tree saps, but before it took the tree saps, it took all the plant fiber. I was upset because I don't have that much. I don't have as much plant fiber, so I was kind of upset about that. Stone rubble. Okay, there we go. 91. Yes, that's out. And then this is where we get the sticks. And again, I have an egg. You saw that I'm getting an egg. Why am I getting an egg? Unless it's a bird egg, I cannot imagine what the reason for that would be. I'm very annoyed by this. Not knowing what to do about this is kind of annoying. Also, this is running out of space. I'm going to have to do something else with sticks, and I can't think of what. Just have to break more stuff, I guess. I mean, look at all these sticks. But now if tree sap can also be used... I've been using tree sap for this. Oh no, that uses plant fiber, not tree sap. Oh wait, what's the tree sap? Oh, it's used for torches. Alright, fine. Like I was saying, it doesn't really matter. But then we start running out of space for things. You know, we've already got one of these used up. This is... What's going on here? That was very strange. And then I gotta put the egg away. The egg is in here. The edible egg that doesn't give you any percentage points. Okay, so that's it. Well, there is one more thing we can do, obviously. 15. Still got to do all the remaining ones here and then all the remaining ones here. And then we will have room for everything. Problem? This is fine. You didn't take damage. But getting that to close from all the way down here, I'm thinking maybe I should put a little staircase over at that location. Okay, this is where I would say, okay, let's start working on this. But no, we're not going to work on that. It's a very tedious, boring thing, and I fall asleep working on it. In fact, last time Breathlin joined the server, I was doing it in my sleep. I was completely unconscious, and I was digging. I was shocked. It really is a boring task, but it's not that it's a boring task. It's a tedious task that just could be boring, but it might not be boring. Alright, so we're going to spend a little more time on the server. So I was wrong. What's going on? Well, wouldn't you like to know? Um... Ready? Have I got any other things in here? Oh yeah, we got extra. I'm gonna start building another base. I think. To do this, first we have to walk out here. Portal's open. Target warp was desert. Let's see if we can find these. Death await. I'm not going to do that one. Nod is link. 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 Lava is land. Okay, we want Gold Island because we need gold. Alright. Here we are. Oh no, it's creatures. I want to set up a little base around here somewhere. So I want to see what we got. It looks like this might have been somebody's maybe building here. Well, if you're building here, where's the person here for building? You gotta have more. You gotta have a greater sense of urgency. The world could be coming to an end for all you know. Okay, so we know that's east. Wait. Wait a minute. I'm facing south. Yeah, east. I don't know. This would be a great place to put a lighthouse or something. But the thing is, where are we? Something over here. What is that? No idea. So we're actually southwest from the from all of our stuff. But we gotta be careful. We gotta be very careful. Nothing. Nothing. Okay. Bears. One bear, maybe I could fight it, but two bears, that's... What is that? Surface copper? Oh, it's a structure. I don't know if it's a friendly structure. You tend to get skeletons in places like this. This isn't it. We're not there yet. Well, it's a structure. There could be something in it. On top of it, perhaps? How could I get up there? Nothing. Uh-oh. And there was a spider. It's taking a while to get there. Oh! Oh yeah, definitely. This is bad guys. Oh, that guy just died. Wait, is he laying down? And there's apparently another one in that direction? It's not in sight. Oh, look at this. Oh, we definitely need, well, we need medium leather, I think. But I'm definitely... Oh, it's a loot chest. Oh, I see. Alright. It's a mod that they installed on the server. Thanks to Sashiro. Thanks, as I was saying, to Sashiro. Alright, so let's go looking around, see if there's a place where we can set up. I like the idea of having a little tower over that one hill, but let's look over here. What is this? Oh, it's mushroom. It's mushrooms with mushrooms on mushrooms. Bear. Sorry, bear. I forgot what I was doing. Definitely build a tower up here, I think. Looks somewhat safe. I haven't put a tower on a hill in a while, so we're gonna do this. It's just gonna be a simple tower to start with. Nothing all super fancy. First we have to flatten this area out at the top. I think this is a good level. What is this level? 130. 130 looks good. I'd like to know what's over there. We don't have the boats yet. You know, it might be better if it was even lower than the 130. Oh, well, let's get started. They're calling it Gold Island. I want to see the gold. Is the gold underground? I don't know. Who called it Gold Island? And I realize that I'm technically stranded here because whoever owns that portal could just pack it up. But I don't know who owns the portal. The idea is I'd like to have a little self-sufficient area for the tower. I'd also like for it to be hard to get up here. What are these things? Nettles? I don't want nettles. The idea is that you pick nettles and then you can place them somewhere else if you want to have a build that uses them, but I don't, so forget it. Won't take too long to break this, and then I'll have everything sorted out the way it should be. Oh, this is a problem. Well, we could build a wall on this side, I suppose. Maybe. I mean, they got a tower over there. I mean, if they're going to have a tower over in that direction, then we got to have a tower over here, I think. I guess my only real problem is if we're going to make a tower, then we got to have ladders instead of stairs. But if we do ladders instead of stairs, you'll just end up falling down the ladder. There's no way to make that work. It's one of those little tiny things that they need to fix about the game, which they're nowhere near working on because they're busy working on the Chapter 1 for the new World Gen V2 and the cubic chunks. Meanwhile, they're not working on it here at all. Doesn't matter. We're gonna have a tower here, and it's gonna be a really cool looking tower. Maybe. Move some stuff here. All right. The tempo's not right. Oh, that's north. Wait. No, that's south. That's north. Ah, I'm getting confused. You have to live in an area for a while before you can get used to which way is north. Alright, well that's north. I'm all messed up. Okay, so here's where we're going to calculate everything. In the first place, we need to place some of these. Alright, so this is the edge for one of them. This is the edge for the other one. But we want to jam it up against this edge if possible. And it's not going to be possible unless this is a wide oval. We don't want a wide oval. So we're going to have to do something about this area here. Fortunately, we can. Okay. And of course, ideally, this would be where it would go. But if we're going to have stairs, we'll have stairs here. And these stairs could be 3 wide, so that's perfect for that. So this is indeed where this is going to be. Now, in between 2328 and 2309, so it's about 2319, 2318, something like that. So this is the center here, and therefore this is the entrance. See how that works? Perfect. Okay, now we get the problem of we've got to make this go out to there. So I'm thinking 4, 3 possibly. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we'll just say 4 or 5. Let's say 5. So we got 3. So 2309, wait, this isn't the center. 2309 to 2328, that's 19. That's let's say 20 for sake of argument. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's 19 by 19. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There we go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's actually over here. There we go. Now we have some idea of how big this is. Okay, so 5 that way. Or is it 4? Wait a minute. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, so it's this and this. Alright, so now 4, 3, 2, but then that's a problem because there's no 1 in the middle. looks okay. It doesn't have to be a perfect. Doesn't have to be a perfect circle. I think it might be a little bit better if it was not, but never mind that. Okay, so now let's what time is it? I can't tell. Now is that west? Wait, if that's south, if this is north, and that's west, so it's going that way, so it's going to go down soon. Okay. Oh, it's because it was on top of a nettle. And then we'll have doors over here so we could have a pathway going to who knows where. And here, well, I guess we could have the stairs here actually, but no, we're not going to have stairs here. You know, it might also be helpful if I did this properly. Alright, this is pretty good. It's not perfect because we gotta fix this. I probably want to have the floor look like this, but I don't know. We're gonna have to start setting things up. So I'll put this here for now. Workbenches. Then we gotta put down the chests. But I'm not gonna put down these chests because well, just because this is for my regular take with build. So we'll just start with one of these. Ladders are important, even though I don't know what we're going to do with the ladders. It would make more sense to just clear this area out properly. Let's see. I have to think about what I got to do here. I don't have a furnace. I'm going to need a furnace. Let's see what we got for furnace. And though I don't want to make a farmer's workbench, we're going to have workbenches for everything, I think. It's a start. Okay, so what we need to do is... This isn't very good, is it? Well, it's only meant to be temporary. Let's, make some room around the edges at the very least. Then we gotta make some doors, actually. Okay, this is gonna be for the blacksmithing and the other stuff. So we gotta put the furniture workbench here. And the farmer stuff could go over here, I think. For now. Alright. We need to have 4 doors. I don't think there's any doors here. We got gates, but we need doors. So I'm going to have to go back and get some stuff. Right, well, while we're waiting, let's start digging more stuff out, I guess. Doing other things here. Nope, hasn't gone down yet. Yeah, we need the entrances to be different anyway, so let's 1, 2, 3. Or is 3 enough? How did I mess this up? Oh, it's because I thought it was over here, but it's actually over here. Maybe these would be better as stairs or something. Bread roll. I get to have a drink finally. So it's been a little over an hour since the needed that. Since the sun went up. When it says 15 minutes, though, that's kind of funny, because it's not really 15 minutes. It's 15 minutes in-game time. But I don't really know what that is, because I don't know the exact length of the day. Okay, we don't need that here. That's good. We are going to have to build some kind of pathway from here to what exactly? I don't know. We haven't I haven't really looked around here. Okay, so then from here we have stairs going down, probably. If this really is Gold Island, I want to have access to that gold. Is all I'm saying. I just want the gold. But the idea that we're going to have a little house of some kind, a little tower of something, it'd be really handy. I'm going to really be working on this off camera, really. It's almost time for me to leave the server and get going on the things that need to be done around here. And I need to create fortifications around the base tower. Now let's see, where are we going to send this? The idea is that we could have it go up to this level. This level is 122. And then we could cross over to this side. This is 119, so that's no good. This is the ultimate level we want to go down to, that's 120. So we just have it go down to 120. And then we'll just have to break open anything that's in the way. Big giant bridge thing or something. Okay, we're now at 122. We go down 2 more levels. You know, it'd make more sense if it goes down to here, and then past a certain point we have it go down. There we go. Now we can just put a fence around everything if we want to. It can be done. And then from over here we could decide on that. This is where it would be nice if we had some trees. We happen to have some trees we could cut down, so let's cut down some trees. But which kind are the best? Do we want the wood beech? We've got plenty of beech. We need like oak or something, or the ash. Oh, aspen, excuse me. I'd rather have oak. But I don't know if we're going to have oak in this area. I'm not sure yet. This is just the standard beach. We're going to need like 300 or 400 of them. This is 120. This is 122. No, this is 122. Wait a minute. Oh, this is 123. Oh, piffle. Okay, so at some point it goes to 122. Okay, you know what? Forget that. Well, let's look down here and see what we got here. This would be a great place to put a little dungeon thing. Not a dungeon. A door. But we need it to be a 3x3 door, and I have ideas for that, but, you know, not sure yet. What's important is that we got this base worked on, so let's work on this base a little bit more. Oh, I just realized, put some of these things away. Yeah, now how would we do stairs? Do we have stairs with... I mean, we could do like that. Can we just... like have a thing here and then we put stairs up here? This is bothering me. I really should have a better idea of what I want to do before I do it. It never quite looks right when I work on this. Right, so if we were going to have stairs here... and then over here we could do the same thing, but we would have stairs down. Well, it's doable anyway. Whether anybody would like it, I don't know. Mossy, huh? And maybe we can avoid the ladders then. I don't know. And let's do... oh, it's facing the wrong way. No, wait, it's facing the right way. We're going down, not up. And then we gotta ask the question what we're gonna do with this. But what we could do Well, maybe not. I don't know yet. I guess maybe we could put something here, like shelves or something. So as you go down the stairs, there'll be some room for shelves of something. It kind of makes sense. Maybe, maybe not. Since this is Gold Island, I would expect, and I know this is going to be stupid, but I would expect Gold Island to have gold in it. Yeah, that's no good. Forget that. Alright, so we would put something on here, like say we would have that, we could put a little thing on here, or we could have not tables, bookshelves or something. We have something on that. Okay. There's a 1, 2, 3, so that's halfway down, but we're down here now. We can dig this area out underneath this if we wanted to. And I think we do want to. We don't want to go too far though, so we gotta calculate how big a space we're gonna have. Ideally, this should be a square-based area, so that it should go all the way out to the edge of this, which it does not. We want to have a downstairs that is squarish if possible. This is where it becomes a problem, but it's not as much of a problem as people might think. Uh-oh, I ran out. Okay, gotta do more digging down here then. Oh, wait a minute. Maximum is 2794. Clearly, I'm gonna have to go back and get some stuff. So let's get started on using this thing. Don't have anything, really. Well, I'll tell you what. What we'll do is we'll go back and we'll do more of this off camera. But what we've got to do is got to chop down more trees, and we don't have any trees here that we want to chop down. We want these to stay here mostly. There will be some removal of trees to make space for certain things. But the purpose of this island, we don't even have doors yet, so we got to really work on the oak logs and stuff. So there's a lot to do here. So let's just get going on putting everything back. Dum 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 dum. We don't need the ladders, probably. Probably not. Probably not. And we gotta see what we can make out of the crude mace. Yeah, I think this is good. Don't need mossy. Leather. Well, we got a leather working thing. Tanning rack requires some more hide. I've got one hide. All right, we'll keep them handy there, I guess. Put these back. All right. This is not going to, if I can help it, be a 4-hour episode. But we definitely need some way of getting to this place. Oh, I didn't look to see where it came out. Crap. Oh, I do not want to be here. Wait, is this... Why is it here? I'm going back to Gustavo's. Sorry, Gustavo, if you didn't want me in here. Someone left the door open anyway. If somebody stole from you, Gustavo, you gotta let me know. We did have a new player who did not steal. Has joined us and done some stuff, but not for long. But now we've got another player who's only been up for a few minutes, and I don't know what happened to the guy. All right. You know, it's quite possible that they don't want me to build there on that island. Did they claim the entire island? I didn't hear nothing about that. If they didn't claim the entire island, then they should have told me. That's all I have to say about this, which is annoying, really. Well, if they want to, they could just take their they could just pack up their portal and go if they have to. Alright, let's see what we got for X's and maces. Because I don't want to just mess it up. Okay, we've already got 2 crude battle axes. Good. Alright, that's good. Well, there was no iron that time. Mossy cobblestone. Mossy cobblestone. Bloop. Alright, so what do we need? Oh boy, trying to remember these things. These would have been helpful. And some more of these. Well, if anyone has a problem with Gold Island, me building on that, I'm just building the tower, that's it. Nobody said, I'm building here, put a work in progress sign. Oh, speaking of which, let's put up a work in progress sign. That'll make sense, right? We got the work in progresses. Maybe take the lanterns as well, I don't know. Need some oak. Can't remember where it is. Iron bars. I don't need iron bars. Need some benches, but I don't need that bench specifically. 4. Doors. I need doors. Not simple doors. Not maybe a simple wooden door, but I think I'd like to have... Ooh. If this is what I think it is... Is it 3 wide or 4 wide? It's 3 wide. This is exactly what we need. Exactly what we need. Now we need to make regular doors. Let's see what we got. Marble. Marble doors. No marble doors. Okay. Let's take a couple of these. We never know what we're gonna need. All right. I'm just going to have to set this to return to my base. And that's going to upset some people. They have to open up because there's nothing in there. They have to open up outwards. I love that. That is awesome. Nighttime again? Alright, fine. We've got enough of everything. And we got a work in progress sign. Put it up here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I think it would be better if we had like windows or something. Not necessarily a window to look out of, but just to provide light when we're on the inside. So we could have one here. What we'd have to do is we'd have to have it like up there. Well, is this going to be 8 tall or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can only have 6. We can only have a 6 height area. Well, if we have to, we have to. Then we could do it like that if we have to. Not fond of this, but it could be done. Alright. Well, most of our stuff's going to be underground anyway. And so the upper levels... The first floor should be taller than... The first floor should be taller than 6, though. If it's only 5, then it's not going to be much of a tower. Yeah, I don't know. Stuff to work on, stuff to mess around with. And we can always go back if we want to. And so we're done with this. We'll work on this some other time. But now it's time to switch back to Uno. I was in the middle of something and I've forgotten what it was. Give me a second, by the way. It's gonna take a minute anyway to set it up. I gotta move some stuff. Do a couple of other things. Stretch. Wait, why is it blank instead of we'll be right back kind of thing? Oh, well, never mind. We're back anyway, so... Button. Alright, here we go. What happened? Now, is that daytime or... Yeah, east. That's east. I'm not going to build the... There's a thing I'm not going to build. There's a... I'm just here to... Ooh. Bleh. I'm here to try to finish the flattening of this area, and then we can decide what we're going to do with it. Probably build something. I was thinking build a few houses, really cheap looking houses. sort of thing. You've still got some areas here to clear out, so that's what I'm here to do, is to help clear this area out. But there's more than that, and I'll show you the rest of it in a minute. Well, however many minutes it requires. I'm just glad that I got OBS working. My computer is starting to get on a bit, which is really annoying because there's no money for a new one. This is it. This is my last one. And what do you do when you run out? You know, what happens when the computer breaks and I have to use an older computer? And I still have my older computers. I haven't touched them in ages. But I don't think my previous computer is going to be able to run Hytale. So once I can no longer make Hytale videos, and that's pretty much once I can no longer play Hytale, that's it. You know, no more videos. I have to focus on the things I can work on. I get remembrances of these songs not from actually playing the records or anything like that, but I get it from commercials. I get it from cartoons. This is not, well, it is normal, but it should not be like that. Yeah, see, we don't have enough for the whole thing, I don't think. Oh. Boom, 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 boom. Somebody had displayed somewhere, I think he was on Imgur. Yes, I pronounce it Imgur, and I'm not going to apologize for that. But somebody had posted on it saying, here are the last words of various actors. Not their last words as they died, but their last words said on the screen or in some other kind of acting performance. Whoa! What the hell? What the hell? What? What, did they supercharge it? Did you see how fast all that grew? Do I have something wrong with the tick speed on this thing? This ain't growing like that. Oh, it is. It is growing. Definitely a problem with grass spreading in the game. It's spreading a little too much. Oh yeah, look at this. This is a problem. Something wrong with the grass spread if it's doing stuff like that. Well, they just need to work on it. Some things are too slow, some things are too fast. That's just how this game goes. Here we go. See, this goes faster. Well, it also mistakes can get made. Done. I think we're done with the whole thing now. Well, I have to explain that there's more to it than that. This is just this squarish area. It's not really a squarish area. This rectangular area. We still have to do a little bit around here. We have to work out some details with this going down to here and where it goes down to here and what's going to happen in this area and all that. But this is otherwise mostly done. Now this, I was going to chop all this down. I did get rid of all the trees that were on top of it. But then after a while I started thinking this would be something we could build. We could make it a little... We could make it a small little structure that we could say would be here, and it would be not a watchtower, but it is a small thing. But the idea is that a small guard tower would be really cool, because then you could look down that way if somebody was coming or something, and look down that way. There are, as it happens, a bunch of skeletons over here. Oh, we haven't done this yet. We got some left over, so we'll work on that right now. But there's like 4 skeletons that spawn around here. There's like 2 that spawn over here somewhere. And there's like 2 that spawn over here. Although, as you can see, we just got nothing but turkeys over there. And I think we got something over here. A squirrel. Remember to eat 3 squirrel meals a day. I got the joke. I got to tell the joke. I've been telling that joke over and over and over again, really annoying the hell out of people. Okay, now this is a problem because you've got that, and you got that guy too. There's that guy. What we want to do is we want to have... Oh, I didn't know this was here. Oh, I did know this was here. We want to have this go up gradually up to here, but I don't know how we're going to do that. We got to look at the levels. All right, so we're at 115. 2. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it needs to be 16. And that's 7, so that's 14. So that works. That works perfectly. So, well, what we could do is we could have a pathway going down here. Like that. Oop, not like that. How did I screw that up so badly? I don't know. So we got 1 there. We got 1 there. I don't know if we got enough. We gotta make this work. 3, 4, 5. Ugh, well, that's how that is. Alright, let's chop her down. Oh, and I gotta double check I did this right. I was gonna set it up as a tunnel, and I don't want to set it up as a tunnel. We want it as targeted block. It is targeted block. Okay. Probably. If that guy gets nearby, I'm in trouble because I'm not ready to fight that guy. 1, 2. Yeah, we got enough room. It's one of those not quite sort of things. So we have this over here. This is the wrong place to put this. It should be over here. And I don't know why I thought it should be over there. This is not my problem. This is somebody else's problem. Capiche? Ah! May as well do that. Nice. Well, not perfectly nice. And I got this problem. But what we need to do now, and this is the part that's complicated, is we need to move it so it goes up to a certain level, and then we can have a pathway, and this would be a good place to put a pathway down this way. But we've already got this pathway that we've just started, and that's what we're going to work on now. So if we're going to continue it, it has to be through here, which actually is pretty good until you get to here, and then we have this problem. This is the thing that needs to be traveled around, and I don't know how we're going to travel around it exactly, because we got to figure out how far it is from here to here. If it's not, then we got to move this left or right as necessary. I should say east or west as necessary, because we need to have from here to here, it needs to be the same space as from here to wherever it's going to, the next one's going to be. That's how I want to do it. Now on this side, remember that used to be the opening there, but I moved the opening to the south side. But there was the opening, and so this is complicated. As you can see, this isn't anywhere near ready. But that's not the problem. The problem... Hi, sorry guys, how things are going right now. The problem is that this goes to here, and I don't know if we want it to go down past a certain point. As we go over here... And that reminds me, I gotta look at these numbers here. It's 356 in the middle. Okay, now for the back to the 1x1 tunnel. And this has not been perfect, so we've had problems with it. Sometimes does not function properly. Why isn't it working? Gotta go all the way to the end of this. Because there's stuff being broken even down here. Looks like some trees were taken up as well. I don't know what's going on there. Is this the thing that had the chest on it? Yeah, looks like it. How do you grow this on marble? Marble is not conducive to growing things. Okay, we got another egg. Okay, so I said what? 356? Hi guys. Oh, we're getting there. So anyway, as I was saying, I was on this site, and they were showing the last words spoken on the screen of a, or spoken in some kind of performance in a character, the last ones ever. So they did Robin Williams, although there's some question as to whether, apparently he voiced some cartoon dog, but they decided it was a different one was his actual last performance, which I don't. So they screwed that up, but it was something that made it all the more poignant, I think. Oh, that's not going to work. And there were a few other people, Val Kilmer. And just suddenly I thought of John Hurt. And I thought, what's John Hurt's last performance? Here we go with this again. And I realized that John Hurt's last performance was as the War Doctor. Nothing over here. Okay. And so I said, I gotta look it up. And it turns out I have it on my hard drive. I have the performance on my hard drive. It's the last of the 12. What are these? Oh, and I've only got 2 cobblestone beams. Ah! All right, hold on. What did I just pick up? I'm still getting used to this kind of thing. We want one here, one here, one here, one here. Okay, so now we gotta figure this out. This is 116. I gotta cut all this down, I think. That's 116, so we need it to go higher, obviously, but how high and what we're going to do, I don't know yet, so we'll think about this. So I just thought, I gotta get the quote, because everybody's posting quotes. Although there was a video quote, this was actually an audio adventure. And so I looked into it, and I got a quote. I thought, oh, that's a good quote. And then a little after that, I found out that it wasn't the quote, because then somebody said something, and then he responded to that, and then something else happened, and somebody said something, and then he said something else. And so I kept doing this for like 10 minutes, just like What did he say last? You can't just go to the end, because the end of the episode just has a little song playing. This is driving me crazy. Finally, I found the quote. I don't have the quote with me. You're gonna have to watch that episode, or listen to that episode, I should say. It's just not. I just don't have the quote handy, but it's basically, you gotta not think of me as a hero. I'm a warrior, and I'm all just like all the other Time Lords. He says, I'm a warrior just like but the thing is, I'm probably worse than the rest of them. And that's it. That's the quote. Because he thought, or maybe they thought, the writers probably thought he was going to come back for further adventures, and he did, or he would have, because it turned out he actually liked what he was doing. So that's good. Okay. Now that we've cleared this out, now we've got to figure out how we're going to do this. This is 116. And what's that set at? It's 122. 122 is good for a bridge. But to start the bridge, it would be better here instead of there. So what we do here is going to depend upon this going down, and when does it go down. And the answer of when it goes down is going to depend upon this area here, which, as you can see, is sort of wall-like. But then over here it's this. Oh, we got a spider. Great. Clearing all this has been hell. Oh, and it dropped the claw. I need the claw. Need the claw. Give me the claw. Everything up here has to be torn down. And that is the annoying part of all this. So what we're going to do is we got to get this to go out to here. Oops. Oh, it's F. Why am I thinking it's something other than F? Alright, so this has to go out to that area, and then this is where it comes. This is where it stops. And so from here, what? And we got a tree in the way. So from there to there, and so everything beyond that is not correct. But there's another factor we gotta put that into consideration. Oh. And we gotta switch it back to targeted block. Pig poop. Pig poop. Why? Why do we have to have pig poop? And I found some poop the other day. Last night I was working on this. And, what happened the other day? There was some poop, and I'll just put it with the other poop in the fertilizer area, and then there wasn't anything. And we have to... we're gonna have to do all these anyway. How much space we got? We got some space. Okay, this is too low. This is too narrow. Too low. There we go. This also has to go. And then somehow it didn't do the whole thing. That also has to be dealt with, but for a different reason. Okay. That one was a very big tree. Yep, gotta cut those too. Okay, we've got the game seized up again. It does that sometimes. It does that in Cubiz, it does that here. When that happens, when you're getting air blocks, that's when you know time to sit back and take a drink, because obviously... Well, that was interesting. I just stood there and it just automatically did that. Let's try this again. There we go. They say, oh, this game is in early access. You have to expect these things to happen. That's true. It is. It does and it is. Yep. There! Oops. Come on. But that means I've done all these and these have to go down. Well, not necessarily, because this is flat over here. So I don't know, but we could do it differently. We could set this up to going down starting here, but then on this side also, and then at some point over here. No, it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, what we could do is we could have it just keep going and then we just turn it into a bridge. And then we could have like a wall over here for the other bits. It could be done. It's not impossible. It's a good idea. 116 or 1... Is it 116 or 115 over there? I think it's 116. To 122 is 6. You know, but that's... It's doable. I mean, it's annoying to go down and then have to go back up and then go back down. But if it just stays up and then it becomes a bridge and then it gets to a certain point and then it goes back down, well, we can still do that. But we'd like to, if it's going down 6, then it's going to take 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's possible, but it certainly is annoying. Can we do it? Yeah. Do we want to do it? No. But, yes, we can do it, and we're going to show how this can be done. We do this like before, but this time... Yeah, so what we're going to want to do is something like this. For proper drainage purposes, we'd want to do this going all the way down that way. We want it to be like 2 wide, I think. Oh, how much stuff do we got to carry here? All right. That's good. corn, huh? Okay, but we're not going to do the rest of this because I don't know if we've got enough. We might have enough. But I want to see what we could get going on with here. So here we go with this. Now the trick here... I don't know. So what we'll have to do... I messed up. 2 here, 2 here. 2 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And there we go. We're at 122. That is perfecto. But what about all this? Well, this has got to be fixed, this too. Let's do that. Not sure what happened there. Now the real problem with this, of course, is there's no railing. We might have to make a railing as well. But until then, we don't need a railing. We can just do these things for things. Oh. Yeah, we got that there. Didn't realize. Or maybe we don't need these. Alright, here we go. Okay, then we gotta do this. So now it works, and now we can have it as a bridge. But what kind of bridge? Well, I think we're going to keep these for once. Normally, we put something else here, and that's not bad. But since we got this coming up like this, and it looks like a bridge, it's a really awful looking bridge. But we can make something work with this. We can make something work with this. But it does mean that we've got to chop down all the trees over there. So we'll do that. But first. Okay, here we go. Okay, then there's this. Oops. That tree's in the way. Well, eventually we're going to have to chop down more than just a few trees. It's just the ones we got to take care of immediately. Need to be dealt with immediately. That one, definitely. So where's this tunnel, or not tunnel, wall? Where are we going to put the wall? Let's see. You know, that would look fine. That would look fine too, actually. We could put it here. Yeah, okay, let's see. But the idea is that we're gonna have to have this go down gradually, it's got the chance to do that. I don't know whether it will do a very good job, but it'll go down anyway. That's the important thing. I like this. I don't remember. Oops. That's where I used to zoom in with that button. Yeah, something going on over there. I don't know what. Seems to be. I don't know. If we look at the map, we can see that this is a very frustrated river that just doesn't continue. It just goes there and it goes bleh. All right. Gotta get that tree done. How much we got left? Oh, we got enough. Don't have enough dirt. Oh, I gotta cut that, don't I? Yeah, well, hold on. We'll do that later. And that one gotta get... Well, we gotta cut down most of these, really, on this side. There we go. Yeah, we can't just have a bridge continue over here. No, we got to change the landscape around it. Otherwise, it's just not going to look right. And so that's what we're going to do. We got to finish this first, though. Okay, so now we'll give ourselves an indication of where this goes. Should this be going out like this? I don't know, we'll find out. And as I said before, over here we can have more of that. Actually, we don't we don't even have to do that. We could just we could do something else. All right. So what we do is this, and this, and then we need to decide what kind we're going to set up. I have a couple of ideas here. So let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 44 plus 6 is 50. 54. I need exactly 54. I need exactly 54. Let's see. Ah! Yeah. Two, four, wait. 4. I need 4 more. Yeah, not the best situation, but I've seen worse. Alright, can we do this? Yes. It's like laying pipe with the Buildcraft mod. There we go. One not so bad looking. But how does it look from afar? Alright, it's kind of clunky. And again, if we ever get a horse, Those are some low frame rate birds for some reason. If we ever get a horse over here, that's going to be a problem. But now we can have this here and here, and we can do the same on the other side. Alright, so what we need now is we need to do this. And yes, I know I'm going to get attacked by those guys. I'm ready. They didn't attack. Fine. Fine, then don't attack me. One more? Yeah, one more. I seem to be doing really well with bridges of late. Like, I have all these great ideas for bridges, and I've been just doing lots of bridge ideas. This should be straightened out a little more, I think. Not that it matters too much. Alright, so now what we gotta do... We need to build we need to build the wall, but the wall has to be along that edge and along that edge, and I don't know how we're going to do this. So I guess what we'll do is we'll start on this side. But we've already got this started on this side, so maybe that's what we need, is we need 2 on one side. Yeah, we need to cut these trees down too, I think. Here's where we're going to get attacked. They've been very well-behaved skeletons. They must be near enough to see me. How nearsighted can they be? Alright, so what we need to do... make some sense out of this. I'm gonna have to attack them. I'm sorry, guys, but... he was kind of damaged already, huh? Wonder how they got damaged then. Did I fight them and get killed or something? Alright, so what we need to do here... and this is not gonna look right... okay, so that's that. Actually, we could just do this. And it comes out here because this is the flat area for that. And so that's where that comes out. So that's perfect because now we've got it all lines up. Although I'd like to do this properly. See, if this were a video, I could then say, okay, now we cut to the time lapse. Only I have never, ever done a time lapse. I mean, I could do a time lapse, but since I can only have one account on at once, no camera account. Alright, so now we can connect this with over there, and that is exactly what we wanted. We've also got to also flatten this area out. Not impossible. 3 squirrel meals a day, huh? Well, it's the 2.5 hour mark, and I got things I gotta do, so I'm not gonna do these things here. But now we have another pathway, and this was done so that this would be a perfect square from here to here. And so it is. This was kind of a strange idea, but it'll look better when we're done. When we're done with the flattening of all that out, and or rather the slope, making the gentle slope, and then setting things up over there. It'll eventually look right. It doesn't look right now. I'm gonna just head back home and sleep, and then come back instead of bothering with a with the bed. Yeah, can't wait till I get this tower going a little higher. I just run out of ideas. I have to figure out what we're going to have with glass. The lack of glass is why we're not proceeding. Something could be done, but I don't know what. It's just how it goes. What's up here? Nothing. It's a real mess. And like I said, I don't know where to put the poop. You might think, oh, there's somewhere you gotta put the poop. Yeah, but I don't know where I'm supposed to put the poop. Somewhere goeth poopeth. I don't know where. It's just so annoying that way. Trying to find actual flowers. Now here we go with these, and sandstone rubble. That goes here, I think. Mushroom. Didn't look like a mushroom. Where do I put the poop? I know this sounds stupid, but... we have no way of determining where I put the poop. I just had some poop. I just found some poop. Not this, but the previous day I found some poop and I put it away in a chest somewhere. Where is it? Okay, I think I know where it is. Let's see. This... is it here? Where we put the egg? Much getting around the place. There! As it turns out, we don't need fertilizer right now. That's a problem. Oh, we were going up anyway. No, we're not going up. We're going back to the storage, because that's where we're going to put all the different wood. We got the wood over here. It's coming along quite nicely, thank you. Okay, so now we need to have a reason to need things. Alright, so we got 3, that's what we need. These are just for if we find any more things we need to mess with. Cobble. This is good. This is good by itself. Yeah, that's good. Alright. Alright, now we can sleep. Hooray. Yeah, it doesn't show. I have to reload the game. There should be a way to reload the whole map or something, but then people would be doing that all the time, and it would annoy the hell out of people. Yeah, the idea of a grid... I like the idea of a grid system, because then we can have this go up here, and then it goes to a certain location, and then it goes through there. But this is very close to that. It might upset somebody. Yep. I hate when I do that. No, we're going out this exit. Yeah, much going on the server. Oh, the thing about the server is I've been telling people, hey, you guys could join the server. But our regulars are a little too busy to join the server. Most of them. And maybe they just don't want to play the game. I don't know. It's kind of annoying to not know these things. All right. Hate when that happens. I swear I'm not doing this deliberately. If I did this slower, it wouldn't be a very good idea, would it? See, I can do pretty well sometimes. Of course, this doesn't go anywhere yet. Oh, we got a chunk problem over there. You know, this is starting to look really ugly. Alright, well, we don't have to... It doesn't have to look great. We just need to get this to do what we want it to do. Okay, so that's 2. Doesn't quite make it, does it? Yeah, not quite. Well, what we could do is... Alright, so let's continue on with the show. On with the show! Good health to you! Wonder how many people know what I'm referring to. That's a weird song. When you hold the button down, it should keep trying to place every chance it gets. But then it doesn't. Why doesn't it? That's the annoying thing. I don't know why. It just does that. If you do it on the side, there's no problem. But surface? Oh, yes, definitely a problem on the surface. Nope, no reason. What is on that? It's a mix. It's a mix and match of 2 different trees. Well, we'll take care of that. Actually, do we need to? 2, 2, 2. No, I don't think we need to. Okay, good. Any work that you can avoid doing is good. What? What could you possibly have to say that is of importance? Not asking you anything. This is annoying as a cat. Meow, meow, meow. Alright, fine. It goes a little faster this way, I think. Mound builders. This is a mound, although it it's actually hollow. Oink, oink, oink. There's a pig in Naruto. Oink! It's always going. One of those weird things where they decide they're not going to use a real noise from a real pig. They're just going to have somebody making a pig noise and saying oink. It is really, really funny. Alright, fine. We're getting this going. It goes a little bit faster if I press the button when I get there. This is a very well-behaved situation right now. I forgot what button do I press to turn off the tooltip. It's not tab. It's not caps lock, which I sometimes use. And I don't want to press that slash button because on the numpad, because I think it'll actually turn off it'll turn off recording or turns on recording. I don't want to record this. I just want to oink already. Fine. Where are you? What do you want? You want me to pet you or something? You want me to give you money? What am I supposed to do about you? Don't want a pet pig, really. What level are we even on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I guess we go down one more level. Yeah, we're at 117, so we could go down to 116. Obviously. But then we do this, and this is fine. It may sound strange that you have to do landscaping before you have to do the buildings. But that's just the way I always feel it should be done. It's landscaping first, then you know how much space you have for something. Alright, so we gotta work out that this is where this goes. So this is the lowest that it needs to get. So this. make a mistake on that level. Pig is laughing at me. Yeah, you think you're so funny, huh? What do pigs need anyway? Carrots? Beets. They're not beets. I know they're not beets. And they're certainly not by Dre. Yeah, definitely gotta do these. Well, beasts will fight me here, and I have to go swing my sword. It's all the skeletons that I cannot stand. There's so much of them that they are a horde. And then I have to have a line about frogs, probably. Something about frogs that kill. That one's okay. This is okay. I don't have to cut it down because I can just surround it like this. And that is fine. Oh, by the way, I apologize to any viewers if there's anybody viewing who is not, they've made a message and it didn't get through, because I have absolutely no idea what I'm supposed, because it's not showing up. It might be a problem with OBS. On the other hand, in my case, it's a problem with, I think people are just not as interested in Hytale as they were. Why? Why would you not be interested in Hytale? It's got great building stuff. You can do all sorts of building and stuff. Why would anyone not be interested in Hytale? I've been just killing it with bridges. You seen some of my bridges lately? Oh! I didn't even show the bridge on the server. I made a bridge on the server. Well, if you want, since I'm not going back on the server right now, maybe I could get to it next episode, but you can see it. You can see pictures of it on the Discord. Yes. That'll give you an excuse to go on the Discord and see all the crazy things happening with all the crazy people saying all kinds of crazy things. Well, there's just a few people on the Discord, let's be honest. But they more than make up for it with actual decent wit, verve. What? What could you possibly want? Do you want to taste the steel of my sword? No, you don't want that. You don't want that. I think it just wants affection. It just wants... It's needy. It's a needy pig instead of a greedy pig. What was that, a mushroom? Oh, it was a rabbit. What? Oh, no, wait, it wasn't the rabbit. It was probably that. Bottom part of the dirt block. Grass block. Whatever. Yeah, I have to have ideas, or else I'm just building bridges, making pathways, and flattening out terrain. Otherwise, it's really cool. But it is really cool. I mean, this is... You're getting something accomplished even without the idea. But it's when you get the idea that you're like, okay, now we're going to do something. Look, I'm not talking to you, he says, talking to the pig. Can't call a person a pig, it's not nice, but you can call a pig a pig. What if I called a pig a person? Well, we got some. Might as well take them, huh? Didn't have to go down there to get them either. Skeletons haven't turned up. I guess they've hit the rotation. Yeah, it's got to be a long time before I get anything done on single player, considering how much time I need to spend on the server, and I'm just doing stuff on the server just for the sake of helping out on the server. You know, I finished my build mostly. I finish the proper tree farm, and that's it. Oh, and there's some underground stuff to work on. Yeah, there's a little bit of that. But outside of that, nope, it's done. I want to continue to work with Uvmo, and we've got something special regarding Minecraft and Uvmo coming very, very shortly. I'm going to work on that when I get back after I go out today. It's not all finished. Oh, poor creature. It wants love and affection. And it doesn't... You know, it might be a baby pig. And where's the adult pig? Adult pig is gone. How much we got left to do? We got a lot to do here. It's already the 3-hour mark. I could keep going for a little bit. Just a little bit. Not too long. I got like 5 things I gotta do today, so yeah. Gotta hurry up. Well, that didn't make any sense. How did I just fall off? Unless the keyboard's starting to get messed up. Yeah, so what happened with... What's happening here is what I want to know. What happened with OBS was it needed to... I think it just needed to restart Windows or something because there was just something wrong with... It wasn't closing OBS, and so it opens a second instance of OBS, and that causes problems. I didn't know any of that. So I had the computer off, and while it's off, I'm like, well, I haven't cleaned it in a while, so I spent some time cleaning it. If I hadn't done that, I might have been able to be done to have started this at 8 o'clock instead of 8:30. So then. But you know, cleaning a computer is actually it's actually easy depending on how you've got it. Now, if you've got something you could open up and you can clean it that way, that's great. But I've got these little... My computer has these little vent things off to the side, and you can't open it. The entire front panel does not open. What is going on over here? I guess that's alright. So we can't open it, so all I can really do is take a vacuum cleaner to it. Oink already! Ugh. Yeah, see, now I've run out of things to talk about. If somebody was on if somebody was playing, they could say something, and then I'd be like, oh yes, and blah 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 blah. This one's also good. But now I've gotten to the point where I'm talking about my life, and this is the boring part. My life is somewhat boring. It's going to be really exciting in the near future, but for right now, it's... And by exciting, I don't mean, ooh, I'm excited, but exciting in the sense of thrilling and adventurous, and dangerous, but it's not going to be good. It's not something I want to go through, but I have to go through it. But this is one of those things I don't want to talk about. I play video games mostly to escape. Let's see what else. They were saying something else is coming. Something else is coming soon, and I'm trying to remember what it is. Somebody's got an album out, and I don't know who it is. Can't remember who it is. Is it the Rolling Stones? Rolling Stones' last album was pretty good, but if they do another one, I can't imagine how it would be as good as that. Who else did an album recently? A couple years ago, Def Leppard did an album called Diamond Star Halos, and that was awesome. Never had thought Def Leppard would do a good album ever again. This is going to be tough to dig out, but it can be done. Okay. At last! But now we got this. We still have to do this. Don't have to worry. I'm not going to take anything of yours. You know, there's a pig over there who wants company. Maybe you could keep it company. Squirrel pig, squirrel pig. Da, 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 da. That must have been the most annoying thing ever at Marvel Comics. They're like, "Oh man, the Simpsons did Spider Pig, so we're not going to get to do our Spider Pig, which we've had for years and years and years, and we can't put them in a movie because they'll just say we're ripping off Spider Pig. But it's our Spider Pig. We came up with Spider Pig." He had a comic and everything. It was Peter Porker, the Spectacular Spider Ham. Wonder if Marvel threatened a lawsuit. Hey, we're done. We have flattened out this part as well. Now we gotta work on the other side, and we gotta work on those edging things. First and or foremost, this is a little different because we can continue to do this out to here, I think it is. But I don't know what we're going to do with this area here. This area is how did I have a death over there? When did I have a death over there? Are these things just appearing randomly for some reason? Now you'll probably have seen the video or something. It's like, oh yes, I remember. This is when you had that death. Do you think I believe it for 1 second? There. Nah. That's actually okay. It's not. This not either. Slightly too short. Definitely not that one. And definitely not that one. Definitely not this. Maybe that one's okay. But I don't know what we've got this area for, exactly what we're going to put on. Alright, let me look at this. Yeah, that's a problem. Wait. What? What? Is that another one of that guy's, that kind of guy's place? But then where's the entrance to it? But there's a ladder. That's the weirdest part about it, is that there's just a ladder there for some reason. There wasn't a door. This isn't that guy's place. Yeah, wait a minute. It's a painting. It's a painting with nothing on it. Can't put anything in it. Beautiful. Look at those beds. I love those beds. Lots of bookshelves. Lots of things that don't open. There's some things just sitting around. Alright, here we go. Don't need it. Need the leather, I can tell you that. Well, let's leave those. Put a stone block on top of a shelf. That is very funny. Oh no, this is an interesting cauldron. It said lumberjack shell for some reason. Yeah, it's bubbling, but it's like... Oh, I love this place. Where are we anyway? Right underneath. We're right underneath Yeah, well, that's how that goes. I love this. Look at this. Temples and stuff. But there's nobody in here. More paintings. It's so weird to have paintings, but there's nothing. It's just blank. Alright, what's this got? Don't need that. Don't need that. I don't have daggers. Amazingly, I don't have daggers. I am thankful for the iron, though. Yeah, I want to leave these as is, mostly. I have no way of knowing if there's any, like, secret doors or anything. Oh, wait, ladders! Ladders. Oh, man, I hate ladders. There's gotta be a way to go down ladders without... Alright, so you descend ladders with... What button is for descending ladders? Oh. There's even more down here. It's not much, though. It's got some cool stuff. Oh, blue crystals and a plate. The plates are too big, and... I have to say, the plates are just too big. And, circular might have been better, but never mind. Alright, what do we got here? A wooden shield, but I will take the potions. I'll take the wooden shield too, actually. If he comes back, he'll want his shield back. We could have the essence of life. Well, that's nice. That's all very nice. Stack of iron bars? What does that mean? Ingots, huh? Wasn't very many of them. Well, we gotta get a door for this. Well, first of all, we gotta... Then we gotta have a door. I don't have a door handy. Alright. What kind of door can we make? Just make it a simple wooden door. Oh, wait a minute. In case there was any more than just the one. Which there was not. Alright. Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna do this on that side, but we got some stuff. We got a hole over there, that sort of thing. Well, be finished with this soon. Why does that look funny? The pig is manifesting itself again. Where are you this time? It's nice if you stay there. That's great, but it's like, why? What happened to your family? Where are your parents? Don't have to worry about rabbits. Yeah, there's this area here that looks like it's lower. But then there's this area here that's upper. But then after that it goes down, and it goes down further, and there's watery areas, and this isn't making any sense. And another one to start looking at. Some nice, beautiful... Uh-oh. Oh, this is a bit complicated. Alright, here we go. I had the low ground Radican. Or Radicate. Okay, so I don't know what we're doing here, but it's going to be something like this probably. And since this is flat, we'll just do that. Okay. Excuse me. At least you don't make noise. There have been bunny rabbits in my backyard. And, looks at me funny, and that's about it. For the most part, leaves me alone. When I get a cat in my backyard, that's a little different. It thinks it gets to own a place just because it was standing there. It just doesn't make any sense. Alright, hold on a second. Let's, there we are. Well, I'm friendly to the cats, so whoever's cats they are, thank you for letting them wander around and hang around in my backyard, and thank you for training them not to shit in my backyard. Unfortunately, the rabbits don't have owners, and so I can't complain to the owners about what the rabbits do in my backyard. Rabbit, rabbit, rabbit.
How do these things happen? I don't know.
This should be like this, I think. Then we can straighten this out a bit. Don't know what we're going to do here, because if we do this, then we have to also Oh, another one of these. Or is this the same? Oh, this is the same one. All right. Do something over here. I don't know. This is not an area I want to build on. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do this week. I've been through so much until last week that I'm like, I just want to take off the rest of the week. And I did. But now it's Monday and I want to take off the rest of the week. I'm just so far behind on all my things I want to do. I mean, it's already the second half of the year. All right. Oop, there. Is that all right? Yeah, it should be all right. Well, it looks like it's going to be more than 3.5 hours, but not too much more, I hope. Yeah, what's the big Minecraft announcement, you might ask? Yeah, this isn't right. This is okay, but it's got to be like that. So there's a big Minecraft announcement that that you'll know what it is when if you join the Discord. Because I've already made the announcement, but I don't know if there's going to be any episodes of it though. I want to continue doing episodes of Zero, but we're going to have something set up. I may have to make an announcement by doing a video for it. I don't know. Getting late in the day there, boss. All right. Oop. How do those things happen? That's about as close to the finishing this as we could get, really. We'll just need to make some kind of fence-like thing here. Let's see. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 10, 11, 13... 26. So maybe about 52. Where are you? Just some ideas. Now, if I did this, that's no good. Great. Oh, and I took damage. Great. Just bloody great. The heck was that? Oh, that's a wolf. All right, let's see. That... I guess it's all right. It's not that important. This is where it becomes a problem, though. It's going to take a while before this stuff turns to grass. Meanwhile, it's already grass over here. Didn't really need that, but who cares? All right, we are for the most part done. We still got to decide how we're going to flatten this out and to what extent. And it's going to be at least in part because of what goes on the other side of this, as you'll see. When I did this, I dug out to here and I said, this is it. This is the level that it goes out to. And so I stopped there. But we could go beyond that. We don't have enough room for everything, but I could do more of the digging from here and just go bloop, 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 bloop. But then it would get in the way of that stuff. And if I did it the other way, it would run into... Well, let's see what we can do here. We don't want it to go too far, so we got 204. So it needs to go up to 332. No, yeah, 332. All right, so well, now I'm really... Why won't it go down? So that's another bug the program has. Haven't been down there. Was this something? Oh, I put that on top of that. That's no good. Oh, that went pretty far. Okay, 78 copper and 9 iron. And I hit it off with a 9 iron. Now 12 iron. At last, it's a dead end. Amazing. $17 iron. There's more iron up there, isn't it? That's iron. And copper. I want to take that copper. Maggots. Should be relatively safe now. Three creatures at once. With no damage, but you can't count on that. I think we're done. I think we're going to just head back now. This is where a spawner would appear. Because look at all that cobbles, that mossy cobble. Alright, it's getting dark. Hey, we gotta get out of here. No pig, I don't care. I don't care what you have to say about anything. I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna be fighting skeletons while the sun is going down. No, I think I can get by the skeleton. Hold on, let's see. Bye-bye. Dum-dum-dum-dum. There's that fox again. The fox is still there. That fox has been there since almost day one. We are done, and we got a lot of stuff to put away. We're not going to do it on camera. Whoop, that. Instead, we're going to spend the night at night. Oh, what if I do this? What if I'm looking straight up? I can see the eyes. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Whoop, wrong button. Flashing lights warning. See you around, partners. Be sure to join us on the server. There's a lot of interesting builds. You can build your own builds, and it's a lot better. It's a lot easier to build. All right, stop waving already. Wait a minute, the user interface is messed up. Laugh, wave double, wave once, chicken, tongue. Not going to ask about that. I wonder. Hey! Just ended it suddenly. Alright, well, we're done here. Join the server, why don't you? I promise you that we'll be nice to you if you don't grief us. That's it. Bye-bye. Oh, wait. Is he pondering again, or? No. Ponder whether or not I'm pondering or not. Top of the hat reminds me of a rook. Just bye-bye. Yeah.